All right, Kaylee, thank you so much for that report. Mike Leach was known nationwide and he left many with fond memories of his time here. For 3 years, the city of Starkville and surrounding areas got to see what a true character he could be. Takia Cummings talked to city leaders and MSU staff about the impact he left on them and the community. She joins us in the studio with more. Takia, what can you tell us?
Husband, father, grandfather, coach, friend, and even a pirate. All of these titles could be applied to head coach Mike Leach. And while different people may have met him at different times, they all seem to agree on what a kind person he was. On a gloomy day, friends, family, and fans woke up to the devastating news of Mississippi State University head football coach Mike Leach's passing. While many are coming to grips with the reality, Starkville Mayor Lynn Spruill can't help but think about the good times.
Coach Leach was a huge part of our community. He would be down with Dog Talk on Thursday nights, every night in downtown under the lights in Lafayette. He was out and about in the community in such a way that we felt like he was ours, even though he hadn't been with us for very long. He's had a huge impact on us, and we will always remember what he brought to the community.
Black bows hang on the gates of Davis-Wade Stadium, and people place flowers and some of his favorite snacks at an informal memorial. Informal is a good way to describe the man, too. MSU staff members like Regina Hyatt reminisced on some of the great conversations she had with him.
Absolutely. He was quite a character. You know, you hear lots of stories about his stories, and he could talk about anything for any length of time, and he always had something that he could relate to about your personal story, and that was, I think, one of the things that made him most lovable was that he always found a way to connect.
And his wit rubbed off on those around him. MSU Chief of Communications Sid Salter agrees that Coach Leach was truly genuine.
A conversation with Mike Leach was usually a minimum of a half hour. He liked to share, and he was genuinely interested. And this is one thing I noticed about him that I really liked. When he asked somebody, "How are you?" he actually cared about the answer. You know, he wanted to hear that person's story.
And even though he was the head football coach, Leach cared about all students.
Coach Leach was very involved with our students, not just college football players. He called on the famous Maroon Band, went to their practice, had a prolonged visit with them, got up on a ladder and addressed them and thanked them, and told them he appreciated the fact that they were out in the hot sun working to help support the football program through their efforts. And
although Coach Leach is no longer with us, Mayor Spruill says he will not be forgotten in Starkville.
Coach Leach was absolutely a legend. He was a legend in football, but he was a legend here as well. I mean, Starkville is the better for having had him as a part of our community, and we think he will always have a spot here in Starkville as a home for us and hopefully for his family as well.
Final arrangements for Coach Leach have not been announced. Ashley, how's that weather looking?